For this week's discussion, we watched an episode from Moyers and Company called Climate Change, Faith and Fact. In this episode, Katharine Hayhoe was interviewed. She is a Christian and climate scientist. This video is about global warming and the different ways it is viewed. Global warming is viewed different from a scientist's point of view than it is a Christian's point of view. Scientists believe that global warming is real based on the data and analysis they have done. Some Christians don't take it seriously, though. They think that if you believe in God, then you can't be worried about global warming. The video starts off by talking about West Texas and an extreme drought that they are in that has killed a lot of their livestock. The Christians there keep praying for rain. Others believe that it has to do with global warming instead of just a normal drought. Katharine believes both. As a scientist, she crunches data and analyzes models, but as a Christian, she doesn't analyze the data or crunch models, rather believes that what happens will happen. The first thing that I learned from this video regarding social movements and change is the difference between those who believe in the faith aspect of global warming versus those who believe in the science aspect of global warming. Faith is the evidence of things that aren't seen, whereas science is the evidence of things that are seen. Scientists are on one side, exposing values, and Christians are on the other side of the spectrum, exposing other values. Katharine and her husband wrote a book called A Climate for Change, which talks about how if God is in control, how could he let something like global warming happen? She believes this, but she also knows that God set up the world to have both good and bad natural events occur. After learning this, I believe both ways as well. I believe in global warming, but I also believe that what is meant to happen will happen anyways. The second thing that I learned from this video is the issue of man-made global warming related back to social change and social movements. She talks about how we as humans need to look down the road to 10, 20, or 30 years from now and think before we do things today. We need to think about how high sea level will have risen before we decide to build a house in a certain location, for example. Or how warm, wet, or dry it will be later on before we decide what crops, if any, we should plant. This relates back to the death of livestock in Texas. From the start, they developed this agricultural society in a very arid environment. So in a way, they knew from the start that this drought or global warming, whatever they want to call it, could cause problems in the future. While some things related to climate change are in God's hands, we also have the ability to have a better future based on our actions as well. To help, we can, for example, figure out what our own carbon footprint is and go from there.